Welcome back, everyone. Playing Cossacks 3 as Scotland against their historical enemy, England. So far, it's going quite well. I keep a solid pressure on my AI adversary. But the longer time I give them, the harder it's gonna get, basically. I've been keeping a solid pressure on their base using raiders mostly, but also sword clansmen, because I'm playing in Scotland. I get a bunch of awesome unique units, and the Scottish clansmen are some of them. The clan swordsmen rather are some of them. I am, however, running out of gold. I do not like that a lot. If you look at this, their hussars are on their way. My raiders are also on their way, but I don't know if they're gonna be quick enough to get there in time. Because if they manage to get in and capture my whole base, then this one will be all for naught, basically. It's really ironic that I shouldn't get surprised, because I can see the whole map. But let's see how much I will be able to protect of this base. Hopefully quite a lot, hopefully the very most. And now my soldiers are in their very base. Let's see, England, what you got against the Covenanter pikemen of Scotland. Like I said, their Sish Cossacks are so weak. They don't pose any threat at all to my troops. And they don't really have any army. I think I actually can win this entire game. Oh, look at that. I shouldn't have said that. But I am able to destroy quite a lot of their civilization. Quite a lot. And the pikeman survived with 2 health points. And he has 3 kills. This pikeman is a beast. So cool, so cool. I'm so proud of him. I'm actually gonna let him retire, I think. I'm gonna let him retire. Let's see if there's a nice place for him. Maybe somewhere up here in the mountains, or down here by the place that he defended so bravely. Let's see, right here. We can have a nice little retirement spot for him. And we're gonna have a nice, let's see, which civilization has coolest? Oh, these ones, of course. So we're gonna build him a nice little cottage right down by the mountains. Unfortunately, though, they were able to capture my town hall, but we took it back. And as soon as we're gonna get these ones up, we will have more living space. Let's see, there he is. Like 3 kills. He was alone against like 9 hussars. 2 health points left. So I'm actually gonna send a couple of Scottish priests down to keep him healthy and keep him safe, and then I'll also send a platoon of pikemen of the 17th century down to protect him, because this guy has earned it. Yes, indeed, sir. If you look at how effective these clansmen are, super fast compared to other infantry, of course, not compared to the cavalry, but super fast. And also quite effective when it comes to dealing out damage. Need more gold, so of course we're gonna sell more stone. And I will want that upgrade as well, so we're gonna sell more stone to get coal. And now we're off to another 100% boost on stone collection. I'm actually just gonna try to kill the Cossacks right here, because they are such a pain if I let them live. Look at that, it's such a close fight. Yeah, no, it's not actually a close fight, but this one will be a lot less close though. My poor clan swordsmen are going down. All of them, they died for Scotland. So brave, so brave. But like I said, we needed the living space. Because my boys take up a lot of room. The priests are on their way. And hopefully the peasant is on his way to build, there he is, to build your beautiful home, your retirement home. And of course I will want it to be protected as well. So I will be building a wall around it for you. Your very own estate, my brave pikemen. So no one will be able to come a knocking unless you want them to. And of course, like I said, I will also give him a platoon of 17th century pikemen to keep him safe. Quite a platoon, 196 of them to be exact. Because this is the hero of Scotland, William Wallace, almost. And look at that. Really nice home for him to settle down into. It really takes some time. I need this upgrade for England because that takes too long to build. And the upgrade that I just bought, of course, decreases the construction time by 75%. So it's gonna make it a lot quicker to pop up these 18th century barracks. They have so many little clusters of fast cavalry. Those are okay, but these ones really stink. It's such a nuisance. But I will still need to make my. I will still be making my borders safe as I can. Keep upgrading, always keep upgrading. I want to see where the mines are, and of course, like I said, I will be waiting a bit to get these upgrades until I'm done with the upgrades in the 18th century barracks. And I will use my raiders to keep hunting down their fast cavalry forces. And it was easy because the Siege Cossacks are super weak, especially compared to my hardcore epic raiders. I'm not that stable when it comes to building more production buildings for soldiers, though. I mean, I only have 2 stables for Scotland. I do have 2 stables as well for England, but I mean, I need to get a lot more production building for troops. But now soon I'll have my 2 18th century barracks. Look at that, Highlanders. I can make Scottish troops even from the British barracks. That's of course because Highlanders are a unique unit for England from the first Cossacks, Cossacks 1, with the European Wars and Art of War and Back to War expansions. But I will make my British invading army from down here. And now, soon, this beautiful pikeman of Scotland will be safer, at least. Look at that, we're just chopping down all their fast cavalry units. And also, I'm gonna use these troops to wreak some more havoc to their economy. I want to make more castles though. Cost some gold, but fortunately I have a lot of stone, so I can upgrade my gold mines. It's kind of like teaching a man to fish scenario, that if I only rely on selling stone, not only am I gonna get a lot less gold for each stone sold, but I will also just dig myself a deeper and deeper hole. So I need to get some sufficient gold production as well. Now I'm gonna bring back the peasant production, because I will be sending most of my peasants to the gold mines. They can send their hussars. My Scottish raiders are gonna make short work out of them. Of course, later on in the game, you'll realize that the use for infantry diminishes a lot. You'll rely heavier and heavier on cavalry, because the infantry basically is just cannon fodder later on. They're cheap and they're fast, but they die so fast to all the artillery. Insufficient resources. Oh wow, we're going down on food hard. I do not want starvation. Not in my country, city, town, whatever. Because if you stumble into a starvation period, then your soldiers and your peasants and everything will start dying on you. And of course, you don't want that to happen. But it is starting to look good with my economy though. I have 20 peasants on iron, 73 on gold, and only 10 on coal, so I will need to get my coal production going ASAP. That will go quick, fortunately. It's so costly in regards to food to upgrade your troops. It's insane. So we're gonna sell some more stone and get some more food, and then we're gonna have our peasants start building some more mines down here in our New England, the New Britannia, I guess. I'm not playing these games to just win, as fast as possible. Maybe that's quite noticeable, but I want to have a good time playing the games as well. So that's why I'm not just rushing in to beat England, because I want to build up a nice society and I want to have a good time playing the game, not just playing it to win. because then I don't think I would enjoy the game for too long, because there are really like set strategies on winning. So pretty much every game would look the same, which of course is not what I'm trying to accomplish, but I would rather want each and every game to be a good watch and a good show, and also fun for me to play, of course. Also, we'll need to start upgrading these harvesting upgrades now. Because the food is starting to dwindling, and I do not want that to happen. But look at that army. You can really see where I've taken out like bits of their troops, because otherwise they would just march in full formation. This is so cool. And you're gonna have a guarding unit as well. So everywhere he walks, those raiders will accompany him. Wherever he goes, they will follow. Because this is the hero of Scotland. I need all my priests actually stayed up there. That's not where you're going to be, guys. You're down here protecting William Wallace. Every time when I play this game, I always build up like a banana or something, like a mango. So I'm not building up on the, I'm not making it wider, but I'm just stretching the city out, making it a lot longer, because I want as little as possible to be I want as little as possible to be on the forefront, basically. But now we can send the English Liberation Army, let's call them that, right on them, because we need more space, more troops. And of course eventually the cheaper troops from the 17th century will just be a waste of space. Soon we're gonna get into these juicy upgrades of getting better infantry, and then it's gonna be bye. Of course they keep sending their damn Cossacks my way, but I have quite the squad right now of Scottish raiders, so I'm not too worried. And I will need to build more, and I will also be building a castle to get even more sword clansmen. And I'm also gonna stop making 17th century pikemen from England. Maybe that's too soon, but I mean I only have so much space for my peasants and for my troops. And I will need that space in order to win. Because like I said, it's not just enough to have enough living space for one army, because running into this, your army will die like flies, basically. I'm gonna show you how quickly 200, little more than 200 troops will die against an army like this. Hopefully I'm gonna win, of course, but I wouldn't bet on it. So there we go. Now our Covenanter pikeman, our Scottish veteran with 3 kills, is back into full health, and he has 2 private priests And there we have our engagement. The English soldiers of Scotland, that sounds weird, are fighting the British main army, and they are getting pummeled, unfortunately. I mean, the musketeers are doing their best, but the cannons ate up a lot of the pikemen. Look at that. They ate up a lot of the pikemen. But the good thing is that now we get some more space. And their troops are also most likely upgraded in the academy, while mine are mostly upgraded in the barracks only. Let's use these peasants to build some towers to increase my defense. And look at that, we have such an army of Scottish soldiers as well. I think we can send them right on. And look at that, we have 34 pikemen from the 17th century of England that will be running straight into the next army. And as soon as, I mean, the thing with living space, that goes for the computer as well. So they will have to kill all of these 17th century pikemen in order to start getting into their 18th century unit. So of course it's gonna suck a bit when they are dead, because that will mean that just more and more difficult units will appear. And I have a lot of mines that can take more people. What mine is this? Is this a mine? It's not a mine. Oh, look at that. They have... Okay, these are mercenary dragoons, so fortunately they're not too strong. They're not too strong. But they are still really good. They're some of the best cavalry there is, basically. And they're one of my clear favorites. Because they're super fast. Not super fast, they're not like Siege Cossacks fast. But they are fast and they are really strong. In the sense that they can take down a lot of soldiers. But I will have my sword clansmen run straight at the enemy to try to soften them up a bit. And then they will be running into the main Scottish army of hundreds of troops, of 200, 400 Covenanter pikemen and 120 muskets, as well as a frame gun. And it looks like they will be coming from that side. And their cannons roar. Let's go, guys. I want to see what kind of damage this frame gun is gonna do. I will send my cavalry trying to go around flanking and attacking their artillery. You don't really see too much of the frame gun firing though. But there we have it. Their army stood no chance against the might of the Scottish Empire. Fortunately. We're killing everything. We're killing priests, we're killing drummers, we're killing cannons, we kill everything. That's good. We also managed to capture quite a lot of their artillery, but I do not want their artillery. Don't ask me why, because those cannons and howitzers would have been really useful. Okay, I'm gonna keep these ones. Because the artillery is super useful in cleaning up infantry. But now they are starting to come with more assembled armies. I think it's good for them that I haven't been hammering them from the sides with riders or sword clansmen recently. I guess they are really happy for that. But I will not give them too much breathing room. I will, however, need to replenish my troops. So then I click fill formation. And there we have 120 musketeers yet again. And then we need to fill up this squad of pikemen, which is done like that. And this formation took quite a beating. So I'm filling up with all the pikemen I can, which will give me a formation of 150. I will also squad my cannons by holding control and pressing 1, which will get them into the first formation. So every time I click 1, I'll select those cannons. So now there we have the Scottish army. It's looking quite filled up, fortunately. That was a really bad location for you to stay, guys. And the cannons are super effective as well, of course. I love the shooting effects of Cossacks 3. It looks really cool. I'm actually gonna make it like that when you guys are done with this army, I'll just send you down south to deal more damage. And I will need more raiders, and also start building or start recruiting a couple of the lancers, which are of course slower, but they're a bit more effective, depending on what you want, of course, but they are better in close quarters. And I will send my musketeers down as well. See how many of these troops they can mop up. But unfortunately, these musketeers are not the best of troops to use against fast cavalry like Sich Cossacks and Hussars. But they actually managed to win. Really good, really good. We are trying to clean up basically every squad between us and their capital. Their only city, basically. But the gold is starting to come in, so I will keep upgrading the mines. And just keep sending peasants into the mines. And I'm also gonna build a couple of bow clansmen for you to see what those troops do. They're basically comparable to the Algerian archers, which you can build in the diplomatic center, but they are of course a bit stronger than them because you can't upgrade these mercenaries, and the Algerian archers are a pain. They're actually quite effective for being just bowmen, for being just archers. And now we're gonna start upgrading our troops in the academy as well. Look at that. I mean, this cavalry force would be enough to wipe out their whole city. I'm not even joking. That would be enough to wipe out their whole city. And I will want these pikemen to lay down their lives to give more space for 18th century troops up in here. Of course, I will not leave my Scottish hero undefended, but I will just replace these troops with 18th century troops. Selling a lot of stone to upgrade the gold mines even further, which will make it, which will give me the ability to put 96 or 95 true peasants within these mines, which will increase the production so much. And you're gonna see it. Notice how many peasants I have standing here right now. 166. Let's see how many there are when the mines are full. Yeah. Not even like, yeah, almost 80 peasants are left. So you can put so many peasants into the mines when they're fully upgraded. And I'm gonna go bow clansmen as well. Super cool. So if we look at that, this round was a bit more challenging. I'm not gonna lie. They are starting to come up with quite effective troops right now, and as soon as these dragoons are gonna be pure 18th century and not mercenaries anymore, and they are sending Highlanders against Scotland. How dare they? How dare they? But yeah, for every troop I kill of them, they're gonna replenish that troop with a better one. So when this Siege Cossacks dies, most likely it's gonna replace into a Hussar, because now they are starting to get quite a roll on their economy. Quite a roll. But this was the second part of Scotland against England in Cossacks 3, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you do, please leave a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one.